Hey, what's going on, everybody, man? We are excited. We are now on day number 3 of this construction project. We are getting the pad in, and all of this stuff is moving along briskly, which is amazing, which is what we want. I'm going to point out a few things that you're going to have to spend money on right away. And those things are, essential to the building process, okay? And a lot of times people don't really think about them, and we have them on our list of all the information that we are required to have. But at the same time, it's like, you have to stay up ahead of the game to make sure that you don't get in trouble with the local jurisdiction. All right, so I just switched the angle here of the video we're going to be doing. We are now on the MLK side of the street. And as you can see here, this guy is doing the fill dirt. And then also I wanted to point out the first one, which is going to be the sanitation, the porta john basically, okay? The guys that are working out there, it gets hot, they have to go to the bathroom, and if you don't have a porta john out there, you're going to get in trouble. So we have to make sure that we have a porta john up front. If you guys noticed yesterday's video, this porta john was not there, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot the porta john. So I called the guy. He's like, yeah man, I can get it out there later today. So just remember, super important aspect of doing new construction inside the city limits. And you got to have a porta john for the guys to be able to use the bathroom. Otherwise, the city will fine you for not having it. So anyway, the guys over there, getting loads of dirt. We're bringing in loads of dirt, and it's this orange clay stuff that really compacts really, really tight and makes a good, tight area for the foundation to go in. And this is exactly what we want. So now we are on the back side of the lot. If you can see here, we were just videotaping from the very front over here. And now the fill dirt guy is just, taking the dirt that he's gotten and just keeps compacting it down, spreading it out, making sure it stays flat. What they do, they use a laser level basically to ensure that they got the same height all across the entire area, which is very, very cool because that way you know that you have a solid foundation to work with. One of the other things that you're required to have, not necessarily required to have, but I think it's a good idea to have, otherwise you have a very messy job site, is a dumpster. You got to have a dumpster up front somewhere in the area. And what I mean up front is like early on in the game, right? You have to have a dumpster available so that these guys can put, some of the trash. For this particular one, we have this debris here, which is going to be, just the debris from the trees. So all this stuff is going to have to go in there. They're going to bring a different vehicle because that vehicle is not going to be tall enough to go over the 40-yard dumpster. And so they're going to bring a backhoe, and the backhoe is like the one that's got the hook basically like this, and they're going to be able to smash it down to make sure that this stays compact, okay? Now, a lot of this green trash, brown trash, whatever you want to call it, is going to go into this dumpster, and, we got to get rid of this stuff. So early on, make sure that you have some sort of a dumpster because, as you guys remember on the previous one, we used, I think it was 5 dumpsters at $800 a piece. That's $4,000 in just trash. New construction creates a lot of trash, and I mean a lot of trash. And so basically, you have to stay ahead of the game and make sure that the dumpsters are available there for the guys so they can just, pick up after themselves. This material that we have here is the material from our delivery guy that brought it out. But these 2x10s and these 2x4s, these really long ones, are going to be used to make the form. The form is basically what holds the concrete in. So it's going to be like what holds, all of the concrete in. They use these 2x4s with stakes, and they drive them in real deep. So make sure that once you pour the concrete in, right, pour the concrete in, it doesn't push out, and it doesn't it keeps it inside where it needs to be so that the foundation is solid. So that's basically kind of where we're at. I had to pay the guy to deliver that material, had to pay the guy to bring in that dumpster, $800, had to pay the guy for the porta john, and we're paying the guy right now for the fill dirt stuff. So that's basically kind of where we're at. Give me 1 second. Okay, and now we are at the very last video that I made here for this particular series for day number 3. Now, one of the things I'm going to point out real briefly here is that, where we were just at is lot number 9, all the way over here where this guy's working. This is lot 9. Excuse me. And then here is going to be lot 10. So one of the things that is important to point out here is that we don't have let me back this up. We don't have a lot of area to play with. Now, I've explained this in other videos. I'm going to explain it again. So you see how this house, because it's grandfathered in, this particular house doesn't need to have a 15-foot setback. Otherwise, you'd have to lop off like this much of the house. But because we're doing new construction here inside the city limits, and this is approximately where the property boundary line is, the city's going to require us to go in 15 feet. 15 feet on the side road because it's a corner lot. That's the reason why. And then on the front here, if this is the property boundary line, we have to go 25. So 25 on this side, and then we have to go 15 off of this side. We have to go 15, which is going to cause the duplex that we're going to put there to be skinny and long. So we'll be front to back. The one entrance will be on this back side over here, and then the other entrance to the duplex will be on this side. So something a little bit different, but it's not a big deal. We'll do a single story duplex as well. And we'll do that process when it comes to, man. So this is a lot of the stuff, man. I'm telling you, this tree is kind of bald, if you can see here, but I'm telling you, the tree's old enough and strong enough, it'll recover and start sprouting again. And then all this tree debris needs to get rid of. We need to get rid of it, as soon as we can. City, you cannot burn this stuff out there. The city's going to get mad at you. I would highly discourage anybody from trying to do a big fire inside the city limits. They're going to fine you, or just really going to piss off some people. So have a dumpster ready and available for you to be able to get rid of the stuff. What do we do with this extra dirt that we have here? A lot of times what we do is we just try to spread it out on the site to just make it flat, make it just inconspicuous, so it's not really in the way. But if you have a lot of dirt left over, you're going to have to pay someone to get rid of it and send it off somewhere else. All right. So that's basically it, guys. That's all for today. Day number 3 is over, and we are going to be starting again tomorrow, day number 4, and I will update you then. Thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.